Columbus discovers the world, written and illustrated by Andrea McNeil. Meet Columbus, a very special garden snail. Columbus lives with all the other snails in the shadiest part of a lush, blooming garden beneath the giant leaves of a calla lily plant. On the garden floor, all the snails like it because it's cool and dark. All the snails except Columbus. He didn't like it at all. Columbus was tired of the darkness. Day after day, while his friends munched on the leaves and fallen pine needles, Columbus wondered what was up above. The calla lily stalks were tall. No snail had ever left the garden floor. Always prepared, Columbus opened up his backpack and took out his telescope for a better look. All he saw were patches of blue peeking through the giant leaves. He asked his friends, "What would happen if I climbed the stalk of the giant calla lily?" "You can't do that," his friends said. "You might fall off." "Or a big bird will swoop down and swallow you whole," exclaimed another.
It's a really good story.
This didn't scare Columbus. "I will see for myself," he said, as he put on his compass glasses and said goodbye to his friends.
Sure does look like it's dried.
Hmm?
It does look like it's dried.
Up, up, up he went. "He's gone!" they cried. Columbus had disappeared.
Because he's really high up.
Huh?
Because he's really high up.
Mm-hmm. Soon Columbus could no longer see the ground. Surrounded by leaves everywhere he looked was green. Columbus looked up, but the patches of blue were gone. It was dark and gray. Suddenly, the tiny snail wondered if he'd make a mistake. Perhaps he should turn back and return to the darkness. Then he felt it. The soft pitter-pat of raindrops
Pitter-patter.
bathed his shell. Columbus loved the rain and knew at that moment, "I can do this. I will make it to the top." This is a snorkel, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Columbus climbed and climbed
There he is.
until he came eye to eye with a dog named Bucky and a little boy named Michael, who loved snails and bugs. Michael picked him up. Columbus felt strange. He was flying across the garden. The rain had stopped, and he saw how bright and colorful it was. Up in the sky, he saw bigger patches of blue with a rainbow that seemed to go on forever. "I knew there was more. I knew it!" he shouted at the top of his tiny lungs. That night, Columbus was happy as he fell asleep under the stars. He thought about his friends sleeping in the darkness below. Columbus couldn't wait for tomorrow to come.
Why?
See that? Maybe because his friends will come tomorrow, huh? This is the scientific classification for what Columbus is. What type of a snail?
I can't finish, you know?
Yeah.